name is NPHY, and I'm a licensed social worker in the state of Nevada. And I've been with Nevada Partnership for Homeless Youth for close to 3 years now. I am actually currently the vocational case manager. So I work with some of the residential program youth, and I also coordinate the life skill classes, and I also help other youth that are in other programs with vocational needs, so anything with employment, education, or getting their IDs and work cards and whatnot. The reason why I chose social work and working at NPHY, it's kind of cliche, but everybody says, you want to help people. I was interested in working actually with younger kids with behavioral health issues. And then it led me to kind of notice that there's a lot more than just helping the younger youth. It's actually more of a family thing that they need assistance with. And then so when I had the opportunity to come work for Nevada Partnership for Homeless Youth, it's actually pretty empowering to work with youth between the ages of 12 to 18 or 20, because they do have the capacity to think on their own and make decisions for themselves, but yet they're in that age range where they don't necessarily have the resources to do everything they want to, or that they choose to, or whatever situation they might be in. They may need a little bit more guidance and help. And I feel like working with the homeless youth population, I hope I make a difference. About 5 different programs, and I can give you guys the paperwork also. One program is our emergency shelter, so it's a short-term temporary shelter where youth can stay in. We have a place for them to stay temporarily while we figure out what their long-term solution is going to be, or long-term placement. We also have an independent living program for youth that may have more needs and maybe have absolutely no other options as far as where to live. In the independent living program, they're provided with a place to live, clothing, food, which is grocery cards that they're given. Basically, we're helping them make sure they have all the financial and basic needs provided so that they could focus on school, graduating school, getting a job, and hopefully saving up enough to get on their own 2 feet. We also have our drop-in center, which is more like supportive services. So we may have youth that have places to stay, have places to go, whether if it's an aunt and uncle or family, or maybe they're moving around from different weeklies to weeklies. They're still in need of some support, so they can come in and drop in at the center and get food, clothing, hygiene. They'll get case management, so we can talk about what other goals they might have and how we can help, whether if it's getting their health cards so they could work at a restaurant, whether if it's getting their guard cards so they could become a security guard. The other programs we have are our Operation Go Home. Our Operation Go Home is basically a free ticket home, one-way ticket. So any youth that are stranded in Las Vegas, or they might have been here and they got kicked out of whatever family member they were living in, and they have nowhere else to go, but there's an uncle or a grandparent or a sister living in another state, we can actually pay for a one-way ticket so that they could reunify with family members. Lastly, we also operate the Safe Place program, which is a 24-hour, 7 days a week program, and it's a national program, but we run it for the Southern Nevada area. Basically what that is, it's a crisis intervention and emergency program. Any youth between 12 to 18 experiencing homelessness or in a dangerous situation, or they're lost and it's in the middle of the night, they could go to any Terrible Herbs gas station, RTC bus station, and ask them for Safe Place, and we'll come and pick them up, assess what's going on, and then take them to the appropriate location, whether if it's shelter, whether if it's back home, whatever the case may be. So in that capacity, I do feel like Nevada Partnership for Homeless Youth does cover a lot of the needs that are presented as a homeless youth. But I do know, in the good timing, we do have an expansion going on, so we'll be able to help more youth, because that is one of the, I think maybe what's lacking is not enough resources for those who are in need. So by having this expansion, we're hoping to add more programs, add more resources, and be able to help more youth that are in need.
future.